Alright, what shall we do? I can probably not do an entire league. If you want, I can keep playing a little bit with this version of the deck. Sound off in the comments. Or I could do an extra league tomorrow afternoon, because I do need at least one extra league this week to get to affiliate status, so you can give me all your money. So are you up for a couple more games, or like, this was fine? I'm kind of up for it. Let's do something with us. Let's do this. Let's. I won't do the entire league. Maybe one or two matches. I've been pretty. Oh, hey, just a joke. Just a joke. Just kidding. Are we still recording? Yes, I think we are. It's a weird error here. Anyway, so let's not do this. Let's do Mono Blue Tempo. Still no 5-0s, by the way. That's very interesting. Alright, let's do a little bit of regular Mono Blue Delver. I do wonder if I'm still streaming. Oh, no, it's back. It's really weird. Alright. Anyway, one the die roll. Let's do this. Alright, Stifle and Delver. With only one, I am keeping it. It seems pretty safe. I am slamming the Delver though, even though I have Stifle. Because I only have one land. When you keep open Stifle with one land and no cantrips, then usually things aren't going to end well for you. Because in that case, you will often experience that you won't draw the land or anything, and then just doing nothing. So let's just do this. And then if you don't draw land now, then we can keep up the Stifle. Okay. Island Bauble. This might be some kind of artifact matters deck, an Urza deck. So now they know that I have a Wasteland, but I'll just play the Legionnaire. Don't feel like I need to keep up a Stifle here, and I'll just do it next turn. I won't slam a third threat. I don't know what kind of removal they're gonna have. For now, this seems fine. And next turn we can keep up the Stifle. Lion's Eye Diamonds. Could be dangerous. We'll see. They might be going for an Eons here. Echo of Eons. Yeah, fine. Already have 2 threats down. I don't really care about the Chalice at this point. So Stifle just became fodder for that. Again, we're not really. I'll do this. Just keep on the pressure, and we have another Wasteland, so I really hope that this might cut them off mana a little bit. I don't always Wasteland a city, but when I do, it's of course when I have a surplus of Wastelands. Alright, so they're going for the Eons, and I am going for the Force of Will. And, well, that's how you win. I mean, they make it easy for you when they reveal that they don't have anything. By the way, what? Huh? Interesting. They actually discarded a Cavern of Souls. They didn't have their land drop yet, so they could have just played it. Yeah, that's fine. That happens. We won a Null Rod, and this is one of the cases where I now regret not registering 2 Null Rods. I've been thinking about this all day long. Do I want to keep them for the new meta or not? I kind of do, but I also kind of want all these other beautiful things. The graveyard matters in certain ways, not in this way usually. Conquer spells. Oh, with Embry this is kind of okay. It's a one-off. They do have a lot of blue spells. They also have Cavern of Souls, but they have enough blue spells to want to have this. Vapor Snag is bad. Dismember is okay against Urza. Probably can do with slightly fewer threats here, or at least one fewer. Misdirection is not very good. Maybe in Counter Wars. Spell Snare not on the draw. Same thing goes for Spell Pierce on the draw. I want to have one back to basics just to shut them off their scary lands. Even though they will have a lot of basic islands. Probably. I'm just doing this a little bit on the fly. It all seems decent. Could probably board a little bit better than this, but I think this is good enough. This hand is ridiculously bad against their deck. Against Jealous, against going off with Echo turn 1. So yeah, this is much better. A lot of counterspells, Stifle can go for now. We want to ponder turn 1 probably. We have our Force of Will for the really bad stuff. Okay, they might just be going off here. Or not. Okay, so let's do a ponder. Not anything to write home about, so I'm shuffling for a threat. Now we found Null Rod, alright. Probably like Karn activations, Urza activations. Well, let's see. Let's daze this. If they want, they can crack lead, and if they do, I'll be happy. Yeah, Stifle is indeed probably not the greatest here. Oh my god, look at this. Look at them. They're crazy. And we won, I think. I think they've already conceded. Yeah. Wow, this was a crazy quick game. Let's do another one. So they went all in on the Echo 2 times without protection. Alright. It happens. And generally speaking, that's one of the reasons why I don't really like playing decks like that. If you go all in and you don't really have a way to protect yourself, that's not my style, at least. Yeah, neat indeed. That went pretty well. Alright, next opponent. They're on the play. On the draw, this will always be something worth discussing. On the play, this is a keep for sure. Let's risk it. I mean, we might just get chaliced or reanimated or whatever. We'll see. I'm willing to risk it. Alright, so they have a basic island. They might have Stifle. They might be our deck. I don't know. I'll risk it. We'll see. We might get Stifled here. No, we don't. Alright, I'll Delver. They might be Storm. We have a Daze now at least as protection, and we got a threat going, so at least we weren't completely killed on turn 1. Just an island facing us. So we just played an island and did nothing else. We'll see. It's a mystery. Ooh, let's hope to draw into a Stifle. Maybe with one of these cantrips. Yeah, alright, I'll reveal it. Oh, they clicked through it. I was actually considering simply like surprising, but yeah, but they clicked through it, so best of both worlds. We got to flip the Delver and we have the Stifle. I don't think I could play the Spear. I don't want, no, I want to keep up Brainstorm and Stifle because reasons. It might just be, I don't know. I don't know what they are yet. They might be miracles. You never expect it. They might also be show and tell. I think the one thing I know here is that I don't want to have the Shadow Spear. That's my one conclusion so far. And the Wasteland. Those both seem very bad, so we'll take our turn and then fetch. Let's see what we draw. Another day, so I think I am going to slam another threat here. Just play our third land. With double days backup for anything really scary. And still have the Stifle. Of course, this time, to prevent anything strange from happening, like a random Pithing Needle in their main deck, I'm just gonna fetch first. I'm gonna slam a second threat. It might be a little bit risky. It's like things like Terminus or something. But I think it's worth it here to speed up the action because it feels like they are a deck that will eventually go over our top. Well, they are fetching. Let's not forget that we have the Stifle. They know we do. They might be prepared for it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they have a Flusterstorm or something. In that case, then the Stifle will not be happening. Can't defend against a Flusterstorm. They're forcing that. That's a shame. I can't double days. Oh, they're actually forcing the Legionnaire. That's very fine. We're not banking really on this Legionnaire to win. It's a very aggressive one. They pitched a Brazen Bar, so now... We still have double days for whatever scary stuff is next. Astrolabe. Yeah, we can't really do anything against it now. So now they are on more colors. Now they could have like Abrupt Decay or Swords to Plowshares, which might be the reason why they were so aggressive against the Legionnaire. Maybe they were like, we need... let's see, I kind of want to leave open all the mana for a Brazen Borrower here. We still have both Dazes, we have Force of Negation, also good cards to keep open. So I'm fine with this. And step, if they don't do anything crazy, I'll be borrowing. They do now also have the Supreme Verdict mana, I guess. Alright. I could negation this, or I don't want to. Still believe that what we're doing here is fine. Now we're definitely pondering. Ugh. The Wasteland might be good if we don't find any other lands here. I think that this is fine. We want the Force of Will first. At this point, I am going to start protecting the Brazen Borrower at all costs. So anything that messes with our Brazen Borrower now is going to get countered. Of course, they might have Abrupt Decay in their deck, which would be sad. In that case, they might slowly start taking over the game, but that's only if they have exactly Abrupt Decay. I don't think I'm brainstorming here yet. Let's see what they do. Maybe a Coatl. Snapcaster Mage. I'm fine with Snapcaster Mage, which will flashback the Drown in the lock. But we'll daze it. I'll do it with returning an island in order to have a lot of mana in their turn. Alright, let's daze this. That's not gonna do anything for them. So now we can hardcast this daze and keep open Force of Negation and Force of Will for whatever they do next. So now they're going to 3, and unless they draw exactly Abrupt Decay once again, we win. So they're definitely a snow control deck. And we win. It wasn't Abrupt Decay. Alright. I just love this version so much more. just go ahead and do your thing. So, definitely Winter Orb and the Disputes, those are going to be good. Null Rod is very niche against Astrolabe. Not the worst, but generally speaking not worth a slot, because by the time they will have already drawn a card with Astrolabe and you just have this, maybe you'll already have their mana anyway. Counterbalance is definitely good. We have more 3-drops than ever, so very good against Uro now actually as well, and Akko. So Counterbalance has become better in that regard. We don't want Vapor Snag, and Dismember also seems mean. Definitely Shadow Spear not very good. Had been Jit, I would have kept it against the Coatls. I don't want all the forces. Let's get rid of Daze on the draw. Stifle on the draw maybe. No, just keep it. It's too good. Delver is not always the best considering their Coatls. Get rid of one Dismember, keep one in a pinch. Yeah, let's get rid of Force Will. But we still need to keep a lot of them. I think this is fine like this. Alright. Ashok, also good, I guess. Rather on the play. I'll bring it in on the play. Alright, so we have our turn 1 threats. They're mulliganing. We have a Ponder to find our second land. We have Winter Orb to lock them out. We have Brazen Borrower against Shenanigans. And we have True Nemesis as our endgame. Not perfect, but pretty good. See what they do. Did they multi? No, to 5 already. You see, this is one of those cases where had I had like a force, I would have forced their Astrolabe. It might also just be bait. They might already have the island, but you're banking on that Astrolabe a lot. Alright, so we are definitely delvering here. And next turn we'll see. Don't even Underground Sea, alright, so they have their mana. Now we did keep in all of our wastelands, so that makes me happy right now. Let's first see what this does. It flips. They might just kill it, just for a crime of daring to flip. But we'll see. I'm definitely pondering first. I want to have more land than this. And I want some kind of interaction maybe as well. So either land or interaction would be good here. Alright. We'll put the Force of Will on top. And we're definitely wastelanding their Underground Sea. Does mean that we'll be back on one land again. But it's fine. Alright, so they found their perfect mana. That's fine. We do have a force of will next turn. We're gonna ponder to again find more lands. They might kill our Delver here or something. Ooh, actually, ooh, spicy. Yep. That can be dangerous. Can be hard to get rid of. And they can already level it by next turn, so I can't really do much against this. Which is fine. I mean, for now it's just going to be a 4/4 next turn, and it will eat their mana next turn then. Meaning that I'm very much ahead in the damage raise. This kind of sucks. I really hope to blind hit a land. I don't, so now it might become a little bit more scary. So, we'll again be hoping on a land next turn. And slamming a second Delver is also going to be paramount to any sort of success. So they're thinking about going for the Hex Drinker. They're going for a Coatl. Yeah. I'm not gonna allow the Coatl. I'm gonna get rid of one True Name. True Name is gonna be very good maybe, but for now I'm really banking on those Delvers so that Coatl really needed to go. So I think this is the correct play. Might play a second Delver or brainstorm hopefully into second Delver. That might be the best one, but we can't fully guarantee another land. But let's hope. Another land please. No brainstorm lock, thank you. Alright. This means many things. We have the Spell Pierce that we could keep up, or we could go for the second Delver, and I'm thinking about the second Delver. Get rid of one Brainstorm, and maybe the Brazen Barber isn't doing much. So I'm going to fetch for another Delver. And then next turn, we'll see, of course, that's usually the case. But we might be getting into Winter Orb territory. Her Winter Orb is going to hurt them more than us. Their Axe Drinker still just a 2/1. And even if they make it a 4/4 now, then they will have used their entire turn to do so. Now they're brainstorming. Not sure their version also plays Terminus. They might. But we now have Spell Pierce. So. Another Astrolabe. This might mean that they're Brainstorm locked. I think in that case I'll just be brainstorming here in the upkeep to put on top the Spell Pierce to ensure that they're dead in 2 turns. So here in response we'll brainstorm. I'll hide the Spell Pierce and the Stifle, as in I'll put on top the Winter Orb, which will be a lot. Now the Dismember, so they'll know I'll have the Dismember, but it'll flip, so it's fine. So now I just do this. Alright. So now we have various options against the things they can do. So they're still attacking. Very brave. I think now we're good. Their Spell Pierce and Dismember up. It feels like they have a Coatl. If they do, it might be a Abrupt Decay. Alright. Don't have our yields. Can't do anything against that. No, we're not in a tricky situation. Just another Delver. I was thinking about slamming Winter Orb to protect against another Abrupt Decay, but then if my Delver dies like a Search of Plowshares, that would be silly. So I think this is better. We still have Spell Pierce against something really scary. Feels like another Abrupt Decay. No, it's Drown in Luck. Let's see if they have a Force. They probably do. In that case, they can't. Oh, well, they can't see. They don't. Alright. 2-0. Let's do at least one more. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. Still no 5-0s. Maybe we can be the first ones. Some other streamers online currently. Legacy streamers. But none of them are playing Mono Blue Delver at that. And we have an opponent. Alright. We have a Force of Will. We have Stifles. I love Stifles. One will be pitched probably. We have a threat, we have a Wasteland, 2 blue sources, so I'm feeling pretty safe. Famous last words against Death Shadow. Ooh, that's scary. Definitely wastelanding them. They're usually very tight on mana, but they might also just be powering us away. It's my philosophy to always... Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. Well, I guess... I guess that they are... on one land. I'm definitely forcing this daze. Because I hope that the snuff out will resolve. At least I killed their Delver. I killed their Delver with a Wasteland. So, yeah, that was a pretty cool play. But now they're already in Death Shadow territory. Yeah, you're definitely allowed to Thoughtseize here. That's okay. Wow. Alright, we'll keep up to the Stifle. No, we'll ponder. Definitely pondering here. They don't have a second land yet. They don't seem to be very scared of the Stifle. So I want to get something to stop their Death Shadows from happening. Well, at least there's a Vapor Snag. The Vapor Snag might come in very handy. The Spell will not, so we need lands. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put it in my hand. Well, we'll see. Next turn I'll try the Legionnaire. Then we have at least Vapor Snack to, in a pinch, get rid of a Death Shadow. Maybe. We have a Brainstorm first. They might become Brainstorm locked, or we just missed our opportunity to stifle. Which is a shame. But such is life and death. On the fields of Mono Blue. They Brainstorm lock themselves, that's good. They might have Daze though, but I'm just slamming the Legionnaire. Am I? Yeah, I am. Just slamming it. If they want to Force of Will it or Daze it, then they are allowed to. Yeah, maybe I should have played around it. Oh, I didn't, so let's just run with it. Yeah, they do have the Death Shadow. They either already had it or they found it with the Brainstorm. Well, let's just hope they don't have another counter. If they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. It's like that situation earlier tonight. Well, they have another force. This is bad. This is bad. I really couldn't really wait, I think. They're gonna slam big time. Ooh, and an angler. Ugh. We're getting punched in the face hard. Ugh. Yep. Our momentum is slowing down. It's stopping. Alright, back to basics. Even though it will take a while for us to get there, it's still going to be very good if it ever resolves. Counterbalance is good. Most of their deck is 1 mana. Dispute is okay, but they have a lot of black spells as well. I think Spell Snare is only good against Daze, so that's usually not going to do much. Dismember, well, not perfect. Okay, negation is very bad. Expel Pierce is not very good. Let's get rid of 1 Force of Will. Misdirection can be good with Fatal Push. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. It's not very good, but at least we have our turn 1 Delver. We might have a second threat. We have something to delay them. We have 2 Brainstorms, which are always good. And we have back to basics, maybe eventually to lock them out, but I'm not really banking on it. They do have discard spells and counter spells. And we have only 1 land as of yet, so it's also one of these weird matchups. This is actually apart from Mono Blue Delver and initially lands of all decks. See, I think here they want us to beat them first. There's no way that they don't have like something good. I think they only have 1 good land again. Else they wouldn't have done this. I'm okay if we don't flip here. I'm not gonna Brainstorm here. I'm gonna Brainstorm here. Alright, so we have lots of stuff going on here. We have our back to basics soon. Don't really need the second threat for now. If we do have to fetch, it's going to be the Brainstorm of all things. But I hope that we don't have to fetch. So let's just kick him in the teeth. It's nothing yet. Now I'm more okay with fetching. I'm brainstorming first. Not expecting any. Now this can go. Double days. So that can go. I don't really like to dispute here anymore. So I'm just gonna fetch. Play a second Delver, and if they want to daze, they can. I'm playing around Stifle here. This might change what we do. Let's start with the Wastelands on their Watery Grave. They might do their daze trick again. Now I don't have mana for back to basics, of course, that's a bit of a drawback. They are actually brainstorming though. And they concede. They don't find anything useful. Alright. This is also one of the main reasons why I stopped playing Death Shadow. It's just so vulnerable to land hate. But it is a lovely deck to play. It really is. It feels even more on the edge of your seat as well, basically any Delver deck really. I mean, Delver deck's always the tempo deck, you know, that feeling of living on the edge. Death Shadow has that the most, and it's very cool. I think I'm putting away the Narset here. It's very slow on the draw. Yeah, something like this. It's a very cool deck, the Death Shadow deck. I played it for quite a while. It's pretty good. It's also a good way for people to get into Legacy. It's not the most expensive deck. It's mostly just Force of Will and Wasteland that you have to pay for. I can't really keep this. This is a difficult one. The thing is, I don't really want to force anything because then I lose the Ponder. I do have a very safe mana base here. I can't keep this. This is better. Better. Let's get rid of the Legionnaire. Need all the cantrips I can get here. We have a turn 1 Delver with Daze backup, which is pretty good. We'll see. And then second turn we can cantrip into like a Wasteland, maybe. Unless we draw a Wasteland and then instantly slamming it against whatever land they play. This Wraith, maybe they're going to reanimate it. Which is something I wouldn't mind too much. I'm gonna have to fetch them. Play the Delver. I won't protect it with Daze. I think that's worth it. Very aggressively brainstorming here. I don't think that's necessary. Even if they really want to like Daze it or like Fatal Push it, they really don't want me to have that Delver, so, and I can't really Daze anything of theirs anyway for now. I'm just using it. For some reason they don't want me to have this, so I'm going for it then. Alright, I didn't expect this. They already knew they were going to have the Fatal Push, so I don't really necessarily understand why they wanted to Daze it so badly, but it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Stifle's probably not going to do much anymore. The Wasteland definitely is next turn. It's going to be lovely. They do have their second land already, so I think the probably need to ponder away the Stifle. They already have at least one more land. Might be a threat here. Foxy. Got rid of Brainstorm. Now you have a Delver. Playing the Wasteland into Ponder. Ooh. Alright. I'm keeping the true name on top. Get the force wheel. Yeah, this is gonna tell them that I want to cast something soon. This is kind of weird maybe, but I really want to cast the true name next turn with Force of Will backup. Maybe they'll have double days. We'll see. This is my plan and I'm sticking to it. Okay, for Brainstorm, alright. Death Shadow, don't care. So, definitely slamming the true name here. I guess they could have double days, that's the only thing. Or days and Force of Will. And then they'll lose their hand. Alright, let's hope they don't have double days. Because then I'll be dead. At least I have protection against the Death Shadow. Can't really attack yet, but... So Delver is going to go to town. But at least the one Death Shadow isn't going to kill me. We'll have another one. They do get to do their stuff. Yeah, they do have another one. That's scary. If they lose even one more life, and a true name can't kill their Death Shadows, and I definitely can't attack here. Get rid of their Pain Land. Their Shock Land. Noob. Can't really attack here. I think this is going to end badly for me because of the Delver. And now they have a fetch land. So they can almost start attacking with their shadows as well, pretty safely. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. I'll wait it out for one more turn, but this is pretty much over. Now their Death Shadows become 6/6. You have a plague. Alright. I'm very dead. Alright. Lost against Death Shadow. Yeah. Alright. So there's finally a 5-0, and it's actually the trophy winner from the Lurrus meta. So yeah, I could have bled on him. Let's call it a draw. But yeah. Alright, that was it for me, I think, tonight. We 3-2'd with Standstill. We 2-1'd with the regular version, which felt much better. It was actually pretty close with Death Shadow. But they just had better plays. It happens. They basically can go over the top, as you saw here. But we can more easily deny them their mana. and both things happened in 3 games, either one way or another. So that was it for today. I will be streaming an extra one somewhere this week, maybe even tomorrow afternoon already, because I need to get to my affiliate status. So I might just be finishing this league tomorrow afternoon. Don't know what time yet, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time. I will be finishing this league tomorrow. I'll be posting about it, about when exactly, but my guess would be around 1 o'clock Dutch time, which is 12 o'clock UK time, and like 4 in the night for the Pacific time zone, but I guess on the east coast of the US during breakfast. We'll see. But that's probably the most likely time that I will be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I did. Standstill, still not really my thing, at least not for this deck. I would say either go all in or not. Anyway, that was it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time on the adventures of Mono Blue Delver. Goodbye.